We need to stop this.
The coal industry,
Yes.
and President Obama has said if we can get people to the moon, we can clean coal. They say carbon capture technology is going to work, and clean coal is around the corner.
That is an absolute 100% lie. The only position that actually makes sense in the eyes of saving the planet from catastrophic global warming is a position where we are fighting for an energy future without coal. So that's not fighting for clean coal, that is fighting for no coal. We can build an energy infrastructure in this country that does not rely on coal. We see legislation that heavily favors the coal industry. We see legislators who are very smart legislators who seem to be blinded to the scientific realities of why we can't invest in coal.
But President Obama is saying there's going to be clean coal.
This is a non-negotiable issue for us. Right now, we have more than 500,000 people that are part of our movement across the country. That's likely to double in the next couple of months.
They're on the road. They're down the road of coal. And unless something dramatic happens, they don't look like they're going to turn around. He has led on this issue. He's led by saying, I think there's clean coal. Why do you think he's on your side on this issue?
Clean coal is an oxymoron to start with. It sort of reminds you of when the tobacco companies used to say healthy cigarettes. What you said, it's a marketing ploy by the coal industry to try to convince people that that coal is somehow clean, despite the fact that it is the dirtiest way that we produce electricity. Our campaign at thisisreality.org is out saying, hey, look, let's just talk about reality. And reality is that it doesn't exist. As I understand it, what he means by clean coal technology, it would be technology that would be put in place that would capture all of the carbon pollution from coal-burning power plants. And we would agree with that. That'd be great if coal could do that. But the bottom line is today it's an illusion.
You come here to ask American taxpayers for millions of their hard-earned dollars. In the past, you've emitted mercury, polluted streams of contaminated fish, destroyed mountaintops, spread lung and heart disease, and released more CO2 than all of our nation's automobiles combined. Now you claim you've seen the error of your ways and cleaned up your act. My good sir, in all honesty, are you really clean?
If what you feel is true, really feel it's you, make them feel it too. Write this down now, you gotta be sincere, honestly sincere. Man, you gotta be sincere.
If they can safely capture and store all of the carbon pollution from the power plants, then more power to them. They should be part of it. But they ought to spend their money doing that and not on this multi-million-dollar marketing effort.
People that see a train going by, they think it's probably run the same way. It's always been done.
Right.
And that's just not the case anymore.
Not the case, because what they probably haven't noticed is, except for a little change in the back of the train, technology has helped us in increasing the length of the train. Well, when we did that and added more cars, going from, let's say, 110 cars to now 132, 140.
How long is that to the average person?
Almost 1.75 miles, looking at pushing 2 miles.
A 2-mile train.
Now, what's that do? That keeps fewer locomotives moving. That helps with our employee base on crews. End result is we can move more trains with fewer locomotives, fewer people.
And less emissions, I'm assuming, from the diesel from the locomotives, which is helping environmentally.
And exactly.
We're located in Vancouver, and the other two partners are Icomox Coal Inc. and LG International Investments Canada Limited, and they hold each 20% of the joint venture. And then in addition, their parent companies, or Itochu, are Itochu Corporation and LG.
How is Port Alberni chosen as the preferred port over Campbell River, which seems like a more direct route?
There are a number of factors. One of the primary factors is the fact that Port Alberni has, in my view, a competitive advantage over some of the locations on the eastern seaboard. It takes 1.5 days transit time to Japan return trip, less coming into Port Alberni than it would taking going up to Campbell River. Those Panamax-sized vessels that I mentioned would be utilized here currently run $30,000 a day. So that's a $45,000 savings on a $50,000 to $75,000 ton shipment. So it's significant in the scheme of things, and especially over the life of the project. So that was one of the major factors. The second factor is that you can't get to Campbell River by rail. You can get to Port Alberni by rail. So that would have been the other second big factor.
Would the company be prepared to fund in part or in whole upgrades to the railway?
The project can't sustain the capital that would be required on the railway. The railway is not capable of hauling coal from Buckley Bay to Port Alberni. The railway is not capable of hauling coal from Buckley Bay to Port Alberni. We would certainly consider a railway option to bring coal to Port Alberni. Of course, the Island Corridor Foundation would need to find a way of upgrading the existing rail, and it would need to be cost competitive to try. I guess the short answer would be no. The upper end of that range, the 1.2 million tons, that works out to be about 3.3 trucks, 42-ton D-train truckloads per hour coming into Port Alberni.
Who would assume responsibility for the maintenance of the roads which are being used by the trucks, given the extra wear and tear that they will cause?
I just traveled that road last week, and there's no evidence that there's been any significant maintenance problems, wear and tear on that road. So I don't agree with the premise. Now going back, who pays for it? Well, that's really what license fees, diesel taxes, carbon taxes, and all of these things are gathered for, is to help maintain roads and build roads. So that's effectively where the money would come from. But we'll need a weigh station at our facility because, of course, you only pay contract truck drivers for what you put on the particular truck. So I don't see the need for a duplicate facility on the highway, because we're not going to pay any more to the truck driver than what we put on the load.
The project goes ahead. What can you do to make this something that we can view and enjoy and enhance our waterfront instead of something that we want to avoid or hide?
It's not a matter of hiding anything. We're proposing a enclosed storage facility that'll be a reasonable facility, not unlike many other of the facilities along the waterfront now. So I don't understand the basis of the question, to be honest.
Will you be offering residentials a buyout option? Will you buy it in real estate? Our concern is that our capital investment will be frozen because no one else will be interested in buying because the facility is so close, such as noise, lights, pollution, etc.
As I mentioned, we're proposing to put in a totally enclosed facility. We don't anticipate that there will be a large issue related to noise. And it is a federal port. And so that's the long answer. The short answer is probably not.
Damaging tsunamis have come through the Alberni Inlet in the past, and make no mistake about it, it will happen again. In 1964, hours after the Alaska earthquake, a powerful tsunami struck a number of homes and businesses in Port Alberni. Experts say it's only a matter of time that a real tsunami strikes again, and we simply cannot afford to take the warnings for granted.
Nobody should be complacent about something like this, because until the tsunami actually made its way across the ocean, nobody knew how big it was going to be.
1964 was not the first time Port Alberni was hit by a tsunami. In the year 1700, a massive tsunami hit Vancouver Island after a large earthquake off our coast. It's not if, but when a major earthquake will spawn another.
Oh, black mountain blue. Went to my place, I peeped in. Laid in the water up to my chin. You got the blues, you got the blues, you got the blues, Lord, Lord. Cold black mountain blues. Carolina's on a pardon, half a past 4. Herbs in the head, 91 4 more. Got the blues, you got the blues, blues, Lord, Lord. Cold black mountain blues. Basket at the bottom, dipping up sand. Along comes Shorty, says, I got another man, you got the blues, you got the blues, you got the blues, Lord, Lord. Oh, Black Mountain Blues. Old Herb on the tipple, singing this song. Get gone, Herb, cause whips are coming on. You got the blues, you got the blues, you got the blues, Lord, Lord. Oh, Black